Hi, Tracy Henning here, CEO and founder of PorchLyte and course creator of the Ultimate Selling System. Welcome to this week's episode where we are going to be talking about how to effectively nurture leads. So, do you want to hear some top tips on how to do that? All right, let's dive in. Hello, and welcome. Where in this week's episode, we are going to be talking about how to effectively nurture leads. So I know we've all been there. We've gone to an open house. We've met somebody. We're all hyped up. We got their phone number. We got their email. They're now a lead. And then, oh my God, you drop the ball and you haven't talked to them in 6 months and you found out that they just bought through another real estate agent. Oh my God. So what happened? What went wrong? Well, the number one thing is that you didn't nurture that lead or that particular person. So, a lot of times as real estate agents, we focus on, where's our next sale going to come from? Like, what do we do? Where do we go? Where do we look for?
But where do I go from here? So many voices ringing in my ear.
But a lot of times we tend to neglect the people that we already have on our list. So we are going to talk today about probably the two most common places that you can nurture those leads. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is social media. So social media is a fantastic tool in building relationships with our new and existing clients as well too. So, social media nowadays isn't so much about, it always will be about posting about family and our dogs and our kids and all of that sort of stuff. But it is a free tool that we can use to nurture those leads. So what kind of things can you be doing to nurture those leads on social media? Well, how about providing them with information or educating them about our industry? So one of the things that you could do is you could answer some of the most common questions that, say, you and I get as realtors, like how do our buyers go about picking a home inspector? Maybe give them the 3 top tips to look for when choosing a home inspector. Or how about, featuring a local event that's going on in the city, that sort of thing. You want to give them valuable information and you want to give them educational information. You don't want to talk about yourself and how great of an agent you are. You want to be providing them with valuable information. Another thing that you can talk about is, tax time, property taxes have come out, or your assessments come out, pardon me, and you think that it's too high. Maybe give them the steps on how to appeal that assessment. I'm sure that's something that everybody would know about, because how many times does the phone ring at that time of year and people are like, oh my God, my tax assessment is so high. How do I appeal this? Help me. Giving them that sort of information. So the other thing about social media too is you can share the content that you already have. So, and what I mean by that is your existing listings. And I'm not talking about just going out and throwing that listing out into to the universe. I'm talking about taking pieces of that listing. So taking a specific feature in that listing, say it's it's a fantastic kitchen that's perfect for entertaining. So focusing in on, say, the island in that kitchen.
This is my island in the sun.
And featuring the greatest, the great benefits of it, but not just, not just the whole house, but like zeroing in on different areas of the particular house. So sharing content that you already have, answering common questions about the real estate process, showcasing local events. People always want to know, especially now, like with the newspapers not really I mean, I don't know how many people are still getting a newspaper, but I mean, that's where you used to go for local events. So what if you were to feature that local event every Friday? You know, people will tune in and come to you as to what's happening in the city. So those are just different things that you can do to nurture leads through social media. Another common place to nurture those leads is through email. So the number one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to flood people with your emails. Please don't spam them. You know, I know it's tempting and you just think that if I hound them enough, they're going to respond. They're not going to respond. They're going to go running. So what you can do with your email list is what you want to is segment it. So you want to segment it into maybe the people that are looking next year, 2 years from now, versus the people that are looking like this summer, this spring, or immediate. So segment those lists. You can email to both of those lists. You can email the same content, and then what you want to do afterwards is you want to check your analytics. So you want to make sure, you want to see who's opening what email, you know, what's popular with people. Once you kind of get into a rhythm, you can focus on maybe repurposing that content and reusing it again. If it was a particular popular email that got a lot of opens, maybe you want to showcase that email again 2, 3, 4 months down the road. And again, providing content that they want to hear about, not showcasing yourself. So you want to give them 80% of what you're going to send to them is of value. And this is how you are starting to build trust and build relationships, is by giving them that they're wanting, the information that they're seeking. Now, ultimately, too, what you want to do with email is you want to include either a call to action or a link back to your website. But when you send a link through your email, please, 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 please check to make sure that that link is working. So send yourself a test email, open it up, click the link, and make sure it takes it back to your website or wherever you're sending them to, which preferably is your website. So there you go, general rule with whether it's social media or email. When you're nurturing those clients or those leads that will eventually turn into clients, you have to give them information that they want to know about. Don't necessarily showcase yourself, although that's good to do too. You can do that through testimonials, maybe some reviews, that sort of thing. But give them 80% of the time, give them the information that they want to hear about. So if you do that through social media and email, and kind of remember, social media is more of a taking that information and making it taking micro pieces, if that makes sense. Instead of showcasing the whole house, you're going to showcase that kitchen.
We be baking in the kitchen. Whoa, yeah.
Or you're going to showcase the theater room, or, you know, whatever it may be. So there's some quick tips. I hope that helps you. Again, when you're nurturing those leads, and remember, the next time you get a lead, don't forget about them. Please nurture them, because you just never know when they're going to buy, and you want to make sure that they buy from you. So I hope you enjoyed those tips, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye.